Hi guys, welcome back. I'm here with another foundation page process, and this one is a little exploding envelope pocket kind of a page. So I saw a layout like this on one of the scrapbook Facebook pages that I'm a part of. It's like a Facebook group that's all about scrapbooking. I'm a part of a couple of them. And if you're not a part of those and interested in finding inspiration or just communicating with other people with similar interests as you, I definitely would recommend them. I will link the names of the few I'm a part of down below. But I saw this a while ago and screenshotted it and just wanted to do a repeated kind of version of this eventually, and I'm finally doing it. So they used like a full-sized envelope, but obviously I'm using 6x8 spreads for this album, so I couldn't do something super huge. So I'm just using this tiny brown craft paper envelope and a couple of tags from this book. It's a crepe paper pad. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But I'm just going through trying to figure out the background, and I've picked one's a tag and one is a cut apart. That's like this long strip that says December and then it has all the dates. And I think whatever page or day or story number I put this on, I will just like circle or like stamp on top of whatever day it ends up being. And then I end up using this gold foiled snowflake because there's some gold foil on the tag. And I add this red and white snowflake washi onto the card or to the envelope just to spice it up a little bit because it was looking a little bit plain. And then I have this little dish of oversized embellishments that is just on my desk, things that don't fit in my little plastic embellishment box. And I'm just going through to see if anything would work. I really love this Merry Everything arrow, and I've tried using it a couple of times, but I don't know how to use it on a foundation page because I feel like it should be pointing at something. I don't have any of my photos to kind of conceptualize that yet. So I think that's something I'll have to incorporate once I'm actually in the month with photos in hand. And then something else I'm using are the canvas word strips from the 2021 Ali Edwards collection. I've been loving those, and there's a lot of like pretty generic phrases that I've been adding. So this one says holly jolly, peace and love, merry and bright, and I don't think I end up using all of those. I don't even know if I end up using any of those on this spread, but I just pulled them out. There's definitely ones that are a little more specific, like love this moment or December memory or tradition, that I would want to wait till I had an actual story to tell, not just like a generic foundation page, but I have been using those quite a bit. And then I pulled out that rubber Santa tag that's from a past Ali Edwards kit. I bought a couple of rubber embellishment kits, not kits, but collection sets from previous years that were on discount this year in the December Daily Shop. So I really love them. I love the idea of the different textural element, but I've had a hard time figuring out how to add them because I feel like they're all pretty big statement pieces. But I was pretty determined to get the Santa tag on there, and I think that's where it ends up going. But I do play around with moving it around a little bit. I honestly maybe add one of those. I don't think I add all three. I definitely don't add all three. But yeah, so now I'm just doing the whole fluffing around, moving things all around, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I end up stapling down the little December cut apart, or do I? No, I don't. Okay, so I end up using a brad to adhere it down because I thought it'd be better to add a gold element to tie it in with the rest of the gold little accessories on the page. So I think I use a star brad. So this is just my paper piercer, and then I have a sparkly gold star brad that I think I use to punch through it. And I kind of put it a little bit too low, so I had to twist the star around to where it was not covering the December letters. But I think that's pretty cute. And then at one point I was thinking this would be like an actual like outside the page protector thing that I would pull the tags in and out of, but then I thought it'd be better to have it kind of adhered down so that I could keep it like set up or arranged the right way. So I think this ends up being like everything's glued down and stuck. So I'm just adding a bit of ribbon to the tag. Whenever I'm indecisive, like I don't know what I'm doing with the bottom embellishments, I'll just start doing things that I know what to do or I've already made decisions on. Like I know I'm going to add ribbon, so I'm just going to add some ribbon. And I know I wanted to adhere the December thing down. So I just do those things while I'm like in the back of my head trying to decide what I'm going to do with the other things that I'm trying to. That was such a confusing way of saying that. But while I'm trying to decide what I'm doing with these embellishments, I'm kind of just getting other stuff done that's easier to make decisions on, like putting a ribbon in the hole at the tag. So I think this is where the little Santa ends up staying. And then I think I might put one of those word phrases down, maybe two. I definitely don't put the peace one down because I swear I've used that on a different spread. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll all find out together. And this really goes to show you how much indecision, moving around, messing with ideas that really happens in my process. And I think a lot of people's processes is changing things, going back and forth, moving things all around the page, taking them out, putting them back before you make those final decisions because you want to see how it's going to look. And with a lot of products becomes a lot of decisions to be made. So you can say I eventually just stapled down the Holly Jolly, which is super cute, and it still leaves enough space to maybe have a photo or some journaling below it. This is kind of a pretty embellished page in the sense that there's not that much room for pictures or stories to be added. But I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll print on vellum some journaling, and then on the other side I could do like a full page photo that could be reflectant of this spread. And then now I am using some redline tape, which is what was recommended by Ali Edwards. I guess if you use certain kinds of adhesive with the rubber, it can like react weirdly with it. So I was told redline tape was safe, so that's what I used. And I'm using my paper piercer because redline tape, honestly, it's so sticky and strong, which is awesome. But it's such a pain to get that backing off sometimes. So I found that sticking my paper piercer between the two layers is helping. But I actually recently got some score tape from Michaels. So it's just like double-sided tape, a double-sided tape roll that's rippable. So you can rip it and it's just way easier to use, I've found so far. So you'll see that in some upcoming processes probably. But I decided to put the Santa there and I thought it was a good way of like blending between the two ends of either of those cut apart tag things. So it kind of brings it together, it's centered, and it also pulls in the black from the other tag, which wasn't represented anywhere else. So I thought that was cute. And then what do I do? Oh, there's like a teeny tiny serrated edge from being torn out of the paper pad, so I trimmed that off. And I don't know if I do much else on this little page. Oh, I have to punch the hole? No, I think I just stick it into pockets because this is not big enough to punch a hole. Okay, yeah, I'm grabbing a page protector, I think, and I'm just going to stick it inside the page protector. Something else I've talked about before is 6x8 paper pads are not big enough to fill a 6x8 page protector, so you can see there's space around it, but I will deal with that another time. Thanks for watching, you guys. I will catch you in the next one.